listen. Fantasy drafts and real drafts in the NFL, two totally different things, right? I get it. Totally understand it. But one way in which it's very similar is that when you are in the first round of your fantasy draft and you have no shot at a guy that's going to be drafted 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th overall because you're not going to have that pick coming back in the snake draft, and you're sitting there, say, 4th overall, you take the guy that's going to be there 8th or 7th or 9th early because you're not going to have a shot at that person, and that person may be, in your mind, more of a sure thing than who you're taking 4th overall. Do you understand what I'm saying? Everyone, I think, understands that? There's absolutely every reason to apply that logic to the Patriots at 4th overall. If Hunter and Carter are off the board after Cam Ward goes to the Tennessee Titans, there's no reason to not take Ashton Jeanty 4th overall. I know you were joking.
I'm not joking. I'm sort of not.
Hey,
sort of yes,
in the
but
red
not.
Throwbacks.
I mean, I did say it as an overreaction topic last week.
Now, I understand that they are so deep in the maybe offensive line hole that it makes no sense to put the running back cart before the horse. Right? So, I disagree. They are so bereft of playmakers around Drake May.
That's true.
They are so in need of something splashy and effective and someone who's great in the community. You just saw Ashton Jeanty on the screen. Chris, you also, I did you both a favor by asking
Thank you.
Meet with the Patriots, meet with the Cowboys,
Yep.
And the whole business that the Jets would be willing to trade Breece Hall if Jeanty drops. The Jets haven't even spoken to him, but that doesn't mean anything, as you know, in the long run. I don't think there's any. I mean, listen, you can obviously go and protect Drake May. That's the most important guy on your field. You have to. It's not as sexy. It's not as exciting. It's not as splashy. It's not anything but smart rostering and team building to get that line set, and then you can draft another kid at the running back position. But nobody's Jeanty, though, I don't feel. And, Dallas took Zeke. They didn't win a championship with him, but I think that worked out. Bijan looks stupendous. I'm just naming guys in the running back spot who have been drafted this high. Saquon, how's he looking right now?
It was funny. So, yesterday when I questioned it, you and Chris gave me those names. I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'm wrong then.
So what's it saying? I honestly.
Traditionally, you don't want to take a running back in the top 5 or whatever anymore, but there are instances recently of it really being a home run.
If we're looking at the Raiders saying, oh, absolutely, Jeanty's perfect for them at 6, it's just 2 picks in advance.
Right.
It's not out of the realm.
Exactly.
By any stretch. And so why it's a reach at 4. Because you could have had him at 6. But guess what? Patriots aren't going to be at 6. They're at 4. And I don't think there's anybody knocking on doors to get into the top 5. And I don't think we're going to see it either.
I truly think it would be a mistake for anyone in the top 11 to take Ashton Jeanty. They should just let him go.
I don't think
top 11.
I know why you're saying that.
I love it.
In case anybody out there doesn't have the inference skills, TJ's Cowboys draft 12.
Just leave him alone. That's all I'm saying.
So I know I'm singing his praises, but to the point where Dallas should trade up from 12 to 4 for him? No.
Vrabel said yesterday they're going to take the best players.
Well, the best player available could be Will Campbell out of LSU or Armand Membu out of Missouri, because you need, if Drake May turns into David Carr, that's no good.
Not good.
Okay? So, with all due respect, I should have said that in advance, because then it's disrespectful if I say it afterwards. But
I think David remembers how many times he was sacked.
So he is definitely the guy you mentioned when you're saying top pick in the draft, top quarterback prospect, didn't pan out because his ass was on the ground. You want your quarterback vertical, not horizontal. This just did. So I understand the mentality. And if the Patriots take that pick, you could say, Not sexy, not splashy, as I said. But you have to be tempted because, again, the head seemed tightly screwed on properly when we just talked to Ashton Jeanty. Mm-hmm. And who you're going to get? You're going to get a leader in the locker room. You get a leader in the community, and I believe it. I believe it. Boy, you'd be jacked.
Oh my God, it'd be
beyond
nuts.
Jacked. My phone would blow up live on NFL Network from you and Cooper. I don't know who would be the first to hit my phone, but or my brother-in-law or anybody who roots for the Patriots. Yep. It would be dynamo. I don't know what the Raiders would do because everybody's basically saying, he's going there because the Jaguars are going to take Mason Graham. There's a lot of sharpieing going on in mock drafts right now.
You can get linemen in the second, third, fourth round.
No, maybe not as good as these guys.
You can't get Ashton Jeanty anywhere but where you're at, fourth.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.